What's up, everyone? This is Mr. Miller. This video is going to be about theater. When I mean theater, I mean like art and plays, stuff like that. So, learning targets are I can understand the basics of theater, I can understand basic theater terms, I can understand why theater is important. So, the definition is the activity or profession of acting in, producing, or directing or writing plays. So, a play is like a drawn out drama where people act out scenes and tell a story typically. Theater plays typically are live and done in front of a live audience. Theater has been going on for thousands of years. Most, if not all, civilizations have some form of theater. You could go in a time machine and go to any country at any time period, and I guarantee you they have some sort of live theater. Um, like in this picture here, this is ancient Greece, where some of the most world famous and first ever plays have come from, and people would stand outside and listen to the people, produce plays. So it's like a theater has been around for hundreds of thousands of years and will continue for a really long time. So why is theater important? So theater helps people to be able to express themselves in many different ways. So like acting, script writing, costumes, and etc. Human emotions are put into theater just like in movies. And speaking of movies without theater, we would not have movies today. Movies are, something that we all watch. Same thing with TV shows. Without theater, we wouldn't have that. Before TV, people will watch plays live, and people still do because sometimes plays are actually better than the TV show or the movies. So there's a lot of vocabulary here. So for theater, and you need to remember some of these things. So stage left is the side of the stage on the left when facing the audience. Stage right is the exact opposite, is the side of the stage on the right when facing the audience. Downstage is the front of the stage in the direction of the audience. Upstage is towards the back of the stage. So they're kind of opposite. The half of the stage that is the farthest from the audience. And exit is a stage direction which specifies when a person goes off stage. Excuse me. In our Diary of Anne Frank play, our characters are going to walk off the stage at points. A monologue is an extended set of lines spoken by one person, either directly addressing the audience or another character. An act is a specific part of a play. Typically, different acts have different scenery and perhaps a different plot point. Usually, there are 3 to 5 acts within a play. Not always. Sometimes there's less. Sometimes there's more. It just depends on what play you're watching or reading. Acts help make watching a play more enjoyable because it breaks it up and makes it more digestible instead of having just one giant play. Um, a scene is a part in the act is part of an act in a play where the action takes place in a single space without for a certain amount of time. So within like an act, there can be act one, scene two, act one, scene three, act one, scene four. It's one thing that's going on and it breaks up. It causes like these scenes are going on throughout like a day. They're not just continuously going on. So that's how it is. A narrator. Um, Plays typically have some kind of narrator, just like in a third person point of view. Narrators can be either outside the story or inside the story. There can be characters within the story. Sometimes they're just, you don't know who they are. Narrators can be limited or omniscient, which again, limited means the narrator may know very little, um, or it can be omniscient, which means the narrator knows everything that's going on. And narrators set the scene and tell us typically the exposition of the story or like what's going on and where our characters are and things like that. So that is the very basics of theater. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you do have a wonderful day. Thank you. Goodbye.